tower in the upright could mean trouble on this full moon.
Call it a result of your poor decisions, naive actions you take towards your very own people, you cowards.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Kimberly Ephone's Tarot. Today we're going to do a new shuffle using 4 different decks. We're going to do Tarot of the Divine, Spirit Animals Oracle, Shadow Work deck, and Angels and Ancestors Wisdom Oracle. It's been a long time since I've done a tarot video, knowing that people were excessively getting tarot readings done on me. But when it started getting really weird to me is when I started seeing people who look familiar doing tarot. And it's like, well, I'm not going to click on that and I'm not going to look at it. I think it's really kind of funky that people who I know personally would be doing tarot when the chances of me finding them on a global platform like YouTube is like 3.5% out of 100 basically. Yet somehow the algorithm makes that connection and I'm like, oh, I used to know this person and I used to know that person. And it is for that specific reason that I don't click on the video, because I don't want to see people from my past. But enough about that. We're just going to keep it simple in today's tarot reading. We're going to do 2 cards from each deck. And I just want to say how I interpret reading tarot is not with the intention of wanting it to use it to negatively affect somebody. Just guide people according to how the universe wants me to guide them and how the energy tells me to read it. So I don't know who it's for and I don't personalize these readings. All I'm doing is I'm trusting the energy, reading it, and conveying the message to whoever wants to hear it. And I feel a connection to my ancestors. I'm also somebody who really believes in spirit animals. We're going to do 2 cards from Tarot of the Divine now. And let's pick one from the middle and one from the bottom. Okay, now give me 2 from the Spirit Animals Oracle. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick one from the middle and one from the bottom. And 2 from the Shadow Work deck. Same method. 1 from the middle and 1 from the bottom. Two more from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. One from the middle and 1 from the bottom. All right, let's find out what happened in the shuffle here. 7 of Swords came out in the reverse first from Tarot of the Divine. The Hangman came out in the upright. From the Spirit Animals Oracle deck, we have Prosperity in the reverse. And we have Mastery in the upright. Before I even attempt to read the energy, I just want to say what I think that means. Prosperity in the reverse, followed by Mastery in the upright, from the Spirit Animals Oracle, might be telling somebody, whoever needs to hear it, that if you're trying to just have like quick come-ups and quick shortcuts, not to personalize the reading, but if that comes out in the reverse, Prosperity, followed by Mastery in the upright, it might even be like telling you something that I strongly believe in, that I've even mentioned before, that you cannot half-ass things in life, whether it be talent, business partnerships, and opportunities, you have to work hard to develop a talent and skill and go after it. And that's how you can achieve mastery. The mastery is in the upright, so maybe that's a good thing for whatever the energy reading is for. From the shadow work deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. From the shadow work deck, we have the 2 of Cups in the upright. From the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, we have Dancer of Light in the upright. Cause you can't be doing shit in the dark and dancing on people's downfall, but if you dance in the light, baby, you'll make it right. That was a bad dance and a horrible voice. I may never do it again. Soul of the Warrior in the reverse. That's not a good sign for those who really try to connect with their ancestors. I don't know who it's for or what it means yet, but I'm going to start doing the reading now and we'll find out. We opened with 7 of Wands in the reverse. The 7 of Wands represents being against all odds. Stand up for what you believe in. Be courageous in your beliefs, even if people disagree with you. But in the reverse, how it came out is giving up, defeat, timidity, cowardice, and overwhelmed. Why would you be in that energy? And why would you be cowardly? Because being cowardly is going out of your way to find an issue with somebody and not really telling them, but just doing things to cause a problem and be like problematic, but not even attempting to work it out. And I think why it's in the reverse, why it expresses giving up, is because people who do that and they don't even try to resolve conflict probably should just give up. Because something I even said in the Psych Warfare series earlier today, and I don't even know who this reading's for, but I said, chaos is what you thrive in when people provide chaos for you, and then they point you to your own downfall and destruction. You have to really take a look at the decisions you've made leading you up to this point, and how you can make positive changes so that you don't stay involved in this reckless behavioral pattern. So I hope that helps out whoever needs to hear it. What it says regarding the Hangman in this particular deck is that the Hangman ceases forward momentum to avoid disaster and favors reflection. In the upright, how it came out, it represents suspension, restriction, sacrifice, readjustment, and improvement. How I interpret this, I don't wish it for anybody, but we opened with the 7 of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Hangman in the upright. And it means being restricted. But even what I said about the next thing that's coming up, it's like the energy in the universe, whatever I'm trying to read here, it's telling me we're on a series of destructive patterns that are not producing results for whatever the energy is. And for whoever it is. It could be for one person or multiple people. So even though the prosperity in the reverse came out from the Spirit Animals Oracle deck, it's almost like symbolic and not coincidental that that would follow the Hangman. And it says to let go of the past and represent change. Opportunities are close and at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune awaits you. But the fact that it's in the reverse, it's like, I don't know. These first 3 cards, it's telling you need to make some changes, whoever you are. What is the definition of a frog regarding spirit animals? Let me know what you guys feel it is and how it relates to you, because it's in the reverse here. Prosperity in the reverse can never be a good thing. But if you're stuck in the reverse and these cards are telling you that you're in a downward spiral, it's not that I wish it for you. I'm always one to cheer everybody on, even if we have differences. It might be telling you need to make some changes. I don't know who it's for. And we have the Mastery card in the upright from the Spirit Animals Oracle deck. It's the Eagle. And it says, you are on a spiritual journey. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So something I realized when I first got more involved with spirituality was that I had a lot of knowledge about the ways of the world, and I couldn't explain why. Maybe the God I worship wanted me to see the world for what it is, and he wanted others not to be able to interpret it the same way that I do. But I needed to make these changes for the better so that I could take my understanding of how the world works and not use it to create chaos and conflict and thrive in that energy, because the world's already full of that, and people would want that for you if they could get you to pull that off, because people love being in complete control of your life sometimes. And if you let people take advantage of you, they will, but I don't wish it on anybody. So we have the Mastery in the upright. It says you have the wisdom, much like when I was doing my shadow work and I still had the wisdom. Like, I had the ability to make these positive changes, to manifest success into my life. But I was so low vibrational, and I was letting distractions and people and places get in my way to the point where it was interfering with my success. So now I really have no excuses. I don't see anything I do as going down, only going up, and I'm improving every day. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse from the Shadow Work deck. The Eight of Pentacles suggests that you should be striving to be the best and work hard. Learn from your surroundings. Prove your worth. You have all the tools to achieve your goals, but you need to understand how to use them. In the reverse, it could mean over-exaggerating perfectionism and reputation. And even though I'm not personalizing it, I don't know who the energy reading is for. I'm just going to provide an example of how I got out of that energy myself. When I was striving to be liked by everybody and I chased perfection, I ended up sucking more than when I just got to the point where I stopped caring. And I was willing to be hated and didn't give a shit because I was still going on social media to establish my name and presence. And I wasn't letting a hater or naysayer stop me. But to chase perfectionism and positive reputation means that people might buy into it and say, hey, you're so great, you're amazing. But you may be a people pleaser. When you stop being a people pleaser and you start getting hated on a lot, maybe that's what it really takes to achieve the mastery, which is discussed here. Two of Cups. The Two of Cups that we drew in the upright from the Shadow Work deck can represent a perfect partnership. It's a card of fusion between two entities, gravitating towards one another in perfect harmony. Two people's emotional expressions deeply affecting the other. That sounds good, y'all. I hope it's for me. I'm just kidding. I don't know who it's for, but my interpretation of finding the right people for the right partnerships is how they make you feel when you're in the energy. Do you like them? Do you enjoy being around them? Do you value their opinions? Do you value their insight? Do you respect them? Do they make you feel good? What do you do to complement each other? These are all things regarding the importance of partnership. Whether it's a business partnership, a friendship, or a love interest. But it takes two to tango, and if you're not vibing with somebody, just let them know that they're not for you. From the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, we have Dancer of the Light. Let your inner light shine. I'm always trying to be positive with people and say, hey, you should get out of that low vibrational, toxic, negative energy all the time. But some people like it. They want to be there. And you cannot force a stubborn mule to change. They have to learn things in life and adapt positive changes to create a better tomorrow for themselves. So for me, for example, I learned how to dance in the darkness in order to become that dancer of light, because when you're in shitty situations, you're around people who don't wish you well, and you're in a toxic environment, you really have control over your own emotions and actions, no matter what anybody says or does. So it's like the definition of seeing hell on earth, yet choosing to be happy, positive, and not letting anybody stop you from achieving your goals. And we have the soul of the warrior, the fighting spirit of ancestral legacy. Do you feel a deep connection to your ancestors, or did you once, but you felt like you had a fall from grace, or you lost connection with your ancestors? If that's the case, look at how these cards stacked up and ask yourself what you can do to make different changes to ensure that you don't lose access to your spiritual rank, your ancestral protection, and the unique abilities you possess. I don't know when it happened for me, myself, but when I got really spiritual, something changed with me and my ancestors to the point where I'm so connected to my ancestors more than I've ever been. And I know some people didn't like that, especially people who don't wish me well, but oh well. I don't know who this energy reading was for. I hope it helped out whoever needed to hear it. And it'll probably be a while before I do another tarot reading. I just thought it was time to do one. Until next time, it's going to be Kimmy Baby signing out.